Okay. So welcome everybody. Some new faces. Anyone totally new to yoga? Never done yoga before? Okay, great. So we'll start on the back. So you can just stretch out, either have your legs extended straight out in front of you, or you can have your knees bent. Yeah, and just lie on your back, your head resting on the floor. And your hands can either be on your body or just resting next to your sides. Whatever you feel helps bring a sense of groundedness. Invite your mind to become aware of your body. And whatever that means to you. Maybe it's just noticing the sensation of your back on the floor. Or maybe it's tuning into your breath or a specific body part. And as your mind connects with your body, your whole being starts to come into the present moment. Now allow your attention to come to your back. Noticing all the parts of your back that are touching the floor. And also noticing the parts of your back that are lifted from the floor. My invitation for your practice today is to just become aware of your back. So much of our awareness and intention seems to be forward, whether we're on a computer or we're driving a car. Our whole energy seems to be being pulled forward. So when we find our way to our back, we can bring in more dimensions of ourselves. Beautiful. So if your legs are straight out, you can bend the knees, bring the feet on the floor. And the arms just resting next to the body. Palms can be down. And as you exhale, just gently press your heels into the mat. Feel your lower back flatten. And as you inhale, you can just let that release. So you start to feel a little tilt in your pelvis. Pressing into the heels as you exhale, flattening the back. And inhaling, just letting that go. And slowly let this build until your lower back begins to peel off the floor. And you start lifting bottom vertebrae of your spine. And then when you inhale, they just come back down to the mat and relax. Slowly building your way up the spine into a bridge position. It doesn't have to be a deep bridge, just seeing if you can feel the articulation of the vertebrae of your spine. Nice. Now we'll come into that bridge and hold there. You can press the arms gently into the floor, feeling the heart open. And slowly come on down. And then let your knees come into your chest. You can give your legs a little hug. Feeling free to rock a little bit, massaging your back on the floor. Nice. And now we'll let the legs and arms reach for the ceiling. So we call this dead bug. So you can feel your arms relax, fingers relax, toes relax, and just notice the sensation in your back. Maybe even notice the back of your head. And then slowly let the knees come back to the chest. We'll let the hands come behind the thighs and gently begin to rock forward and back. Just nice and easy, slowly, gently, building momentum until you come to a seat. Yeah, take your time. And then we'll cross the ankles and come on to hands and knees. Okay, so with the wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, as you breathe in, feel the spine grow long. And as you exhale, coil in, you can look towards your belly button. Inhale, lengthening the spine, lifting the heart. And exhale, coil. So as you're coiling, your back is actually opening. And one more time. And as you're lengthening, you can feel a little contraction in your back body. Nice. One more time to coil. Nice. And then we'll come into downward facing dog. So you can curl the toes under, lifting the knees and the hips, looking towards your navel. And you can just walk in place here, enjoying some stretch through the back body. And then the feet can walk to your hands. Just letting yourself melt over your legs. Letting your head and the weight of your head to create space in the neck. We'll let the knees bend, slowly roll up. See if you can feel each vertebra stacking on the one below as you come up, including the neck. So there's 7 vertebrae of the neck. See if you can feel each one stack on the one below. Nice. And take a breath in, just letting the arms reach up for the ceiling, letting the palms come together. And exhale, just bring that energy down through the center of your body. Reaching out and up. Inhale, feel heart lift. Palms together, drawing that energy to your core. Inhale, reaching out and up. And palms together. This time, as you bring the hands down the center, let yourself bow over the legs. And we'll reach out and up, come all the way back up. Reaching for the ceiling. Palms together, taking that fold. Slowly building our sun salutation. Inhale, reaching out and up. Lifting the heart. Palms together, taking the bow. Do that one more time, reaching out and up. Rising. Palms together and taking the fold. Then you can either bring your hands to your shins or fingertips to the mat, lifting to a flat back. Breathing in. Let yourself release into the forward bend. And again, feeling that lengthening of the spine as you lift to your flat back. And exhale, releasing. And one more time to lift into your flat back. Maybe feel the muscles that are working to lift you into that shape. And we'll plant the hands and step back to down dog. And we'll come to the knees on the inhale and look forward. Then come back to down dog on the exhale. Heels sinking towards the earth as you release your head. Coming to the knees, inhale. Beautiful. Exhale to down dog. This time we'll come to the knees on the inhale, then shift forward on the exhale. Come all the way to your belly. So your elbows can touch your body. Okay, so we'll press the tops of the feet into the mat, lift the head and the heart. Breathing in. Exhale, just let yourself relax down. So again, just noticing what's working in your back to lift you as you breathe in, coming into that cobra shape. Nice. Exhale, let yourself relax and release. One more time to that cobra. Then exhale, we'll push to the knees. Feel just a slight rounding of the spine. Then curl the toes under, come into down dog. Heels sinking towards the earth as you release your neck. And you can just take a walk, feet coming to your hands. Lifting to your flat back, inhale. Exhale, folding. Then we'll reach out to the side, rising, reaching for the sky. Palms together at the heart. Beautiful. And we'll take the arms out and up. Feel the heart lift. Palms together, take the fold. Finding your flat back, breathing in. You can step to plank or to down dog. And then we'll shift forward to lower. So feel free to come to the knees and lower all the way to the belly. Maybe coming to cobra, or if you're coming to up dog, lifting the kneecaps. Exhale, pushing to down dog. Nice. Feel free to step your feet in. If you feel a little too stretched out, you can walk your feet to your hands a little bit. Nice. Let the breath empty. Take your feet to your hands. You can walk them forward. Those of you who have a float, you can take that too. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, releasing into the fold. Reaching out to the side, rising, breathing in. Nice. Hands together at the heart. Nice. Now we'll bring the big toes together. The heels just a little bit apart. And as you bend the knees, feel the hips tuck down. And then the arms, as they come up, press the shoulder blades forward a little bit. And if you can hug your inner thighs together, feel that strengthening your core. Taking the forward bend, exhale. Let the head go. Come into your flat back, breathing in. Then plant the hands, either stepping to plank, or if you have a float back to low chaturanga, feel free to take that. Shifting forward to lower. As you rise to your back bend, feel the breath in. Exhale to down dog. Nice, neck release. Now we'll shift weight to the left foot. Let the right leg lift towards the ceiling. Bring your knee towards your nose. Gently step that foot between the hands. Yes, beautiful. Taking the left heel down, each foot on its own railroad track, and we'll rise up to warrior one. Nice, beautiful. Maybe sink into that front knee just a little more. Beautiful. And then let the hands come to frame that foot. Stepping to your plank, so right foot meets left. Shifting forward to lower towards Iman. Breath into your back bend. Breath out, down dog. And shifting your weight to right leg. Left leg rises, reaching for the ceiling. Knee come towards your nose to step forward. Right heel rooting, each foot on its own track, rising. Pressing the shoulder blades forward. Nice. Hands come to frame the left foot. Stepping back, shifting forward, elbows close to the body as you lower down. Now, if your arms are straight, try to lift the kneecaps so you don't squash your lower back. Exhale to down dog. Looking towards your navel, let the breath empty, and let that lightness bring your feet to your hands. Whether you step or if you have the float, you can take that. We'll come to a flat back, breathing in. Exhale, releasing into the fold, bringing big toes together, heels slightly apart. Bending the knees as the arms come up, press the shoulders forward slightly. Nice. Going right back into that forward bend. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Hands to the mat, stepping to plank or floating to low chaturanga. Elbows hug the body as you shift forward and lower. Beautiful. Breath into your back bend. Breath out to down dog. And we'll take the right leg up. Knee draws to the nose to step forward. So we'll come to where you want again. Rising up. So we're going to do some adding on. So make sure that back heel is grounded. So you might have to turn that foot out a little bit. Yeah, there you go. And then we'll grab hold, like we're making fists like we're grabbing hold of something. Pull the elbows down. Feel the chest open. Feel your shoulder blades slide down your back. Reaching forward and up. Inhale. Exhale. Pulling down. Beautiful, beautiful. One more time. Inhale to reach up. As you pull down, see if you can feel the back muscles helping the shoulders come down. Take the hands behind the lower back, interlace them. Hug the shoulder blades together. Breathe in, let the throat come forward, lift the chin slightly. And we'll take a forward bend. Exhale. Beautiful. Then we'll let both hands frame the right foot. Right foot meets left. Feel the shift forward to lower towards the mat. Breath into your back bend. Again, if the arms are straight, try to lift the knees. Exhale to down dog. Left leg comes up. Knee draws to the nose to step forward. Each foot finding its own track. Rising, that warrior one shape. Beautiful. Making that fist, pulling the elbows down, opening the chest. Rising, reaching. And exhale. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze. Beautiful. One more time. And exhale. And then as your hands come behind the lower back to interlace, hug the shoulder blades together. Let the throat come forward to lift the chin. And exhale, tuck the chin to take the bow. And hands come to frame the front foot. And it steps back to meet the right, shifting forward to lower. Breathing into your back bend. Beautiful. Breathing out to down dog. Nice. And just feeling the neck release, the head just hanging. And as you exhale, feel that lightness in your feet as they come to your hands. And we'll come to our flat back, breathing in. Folding, breathing out, bringing the big toes together, heels slightly apart. And let the knees bend. And as the arms come up, press the shoulder blades forward. Beautiful. Nice. Now we'll take that forward bend. Inhale to a flat back. Shift your weight to your right foot and lift the left leg. And then just see where the big toe naturally wants to land with the left foot. Then the heel can come down. Just a little bit of turnout in that foot. Nice. So if you feel a little stretched out, you can shorten the stance a little bit. But we're going to take the arms forward. Just a little heart lift. Maybe you make it to a flat back. Maybe you're not quite there. That's okay. Then let yourself melt into the forward bend. You can also bring hands to hips if Taking the arms forward feels a little too intense. Inhale for the lift of the heart. Exhale. Let yourself release. Let the head go. We'll come to that flat back one more time. Press the shoulder blades down towards the mat. Feel the spine lengthen. Then exhale, take the deepest fold, and you can use blocks on your hands here if you need to. Feel into straightening the right knee. No need to force it if it doesn't want to go. Look towards your navel. Beautiful. Nice. Now we'll walk the hands forward. Shift your weight to your right leg. Lift the left leg again. Soften the right knee and take a bigger step back so you're in a low lunge. Great. Nice. Now let the right heel or left heel lift a little more and tuck the hips down slightly. So when you come all the way to standing, you feel nice and steady. We'll start with the hands together at the heart. Yeah, so if you feel really stretched out, feel free to shorten your stance. Yeah, nice. So left heel is lifted. We'll hug the shoulders down and we'll take the arms up. The hands can come apart or stay together. Just feel what feels right for you. Now lift the left heel a little more. Roll that knee down towards the mat slightly. So you feel your pinky toe grounded. Yes, beautiful. Nice. Now we'll start to let the arms come slightly back, but we're going to push the hips forward slightly. Nice. Feel your chest open, your back working to support you, create stability. And then we'll bring palms back together. And as you bow forward, you can feel into either bring your right hand to the inside, left hand to the inside of the right foot, and right hand reaching up. Or you could bring palms together to take this twisting variation. Yeah. Okay, so you should have whatever foot is in front, the opposite hand comes to the inside of that foot if you're working that twist. Yeah, there you go. Nice. See if the left knee can lift just a little more. Beautiful. And we'll take both hands to frame the right foot. And as you shift onto the right leg, swing the left leg to the right. Okay, so we're going to do a little curtsy here. So let the left foot come to the floor, kind of aligned with the right foot. Nice, just a slight bend of both knees, looking towards your navel. Nice. And then we'll swing the left leg back, lift the chest, and let both feet come together. Coming to a flat back, breathing in. And then shifting onto the left foot, right leg lifts now. And just see where the big toe naturally lands. Then the heel comes down. So we have this pyramid shape with the legs. Just a little bit of turnout on that back foot. Again, you don't have to be in the super deep, long stretch. Okay, we're going to reach the arms forward. Feel the heart lift. Yeah. See if the back leg can straighten. Front knee can stay bent. Exhale, let yourself relax. Folding forward. Arms reach forward. Heart lifts. Nice. Exhale, taking the fold. So if you feel like you're on a tightrope, you can widen your stance side to side. One more time, reaching out. And taking the deepest fold, letting the head go. And then have the conversation with your hamstrings about straightening the left knee. Feel your breath, feel your back opening. Beautiful. And we'll walk the hands forward a little bit, bending the left knee, shifting your weight onto that leg, let the right leg lift. Soften the left knee a little more so you can come into that low lunge. Okay, making sure the front heel is still grounded. Yes, great. So the more you can lift the right knee and tuck the hips down and forward a little bit, the steadier it'll be when you come up. Okay, so palms together at the heart. Now, if you feel like you're about to go into a split, so you can always shorten your stance a little bit. So back heels off the mat. Yeah, there we go. Then you can take the arms forward and up. Maybe the hands stay together, maybe they come apart. Yes, beautiful. And take your time here. We're going to press the hips down and forward to feel just a little more back bend come in there. So relax your face. Throat can come forward to lift the chin. And palms come back together. And taking the fold. Either right hand to the inside of the left foot, or you can bring palms together with right elbow on the outside of left knee. And notice if the right side of your hip is wanting to sag. See if you can lift that knee. Yeah, so you feel that little core lift there. Where's the weight on your front foot? Can it be even on that foot? So I'll let both hands come down. Walking them forward a little bit, shifting onto the left leg, lift the right leg, swing it out to the left. So as long a stance as you can go with that. Yeah. Great, and then you can bend both knees, look towards your navel. And then we'll spring off that foot to lift the leg back again, let the heart lift, then let both feet come together. We'll lift to a flat back on the inhale, folding with the exhale, big toes together, heels slightly apart. Let both knees bend, and let the arms press forward as they come up, this chair pose. Beautiful, and then we'll just come to standing, palms come together. Nice, beautiful. So we're gonna work with the wall a little bit. So this is similar to what we did last time. So we'll back up. You wanna find where you can reach your right hand to touch, just easy touch of the wall. Okay. Now notice if your hips had to turn to do that. If they did, that means you can back up or step forward a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Breathe into the chest. I'm going to take the left hand up. And imagine you're going to touch the wall behind you. Then press the hips down and forward. Bend both knees. So you want to feel this kind of scoop under with the hips. Just let left hand come down. Then we'll reach left hand to the wall. Right hand reaches out. Bend the knees. That's it. Feel as if the bottom of your hips are like a rocking chair, and that rocking chair is rolling back. Reaching towards the wall. Nice. Right arm comes down. We'll go back to the first side. So keeping the knees bent will help you keep your hips forward. So feel that right sit bone tucked down and under. So if you find you're bending like this, try to go under. Yes, beautiful. Feel the heart lift towards the ceiling. Nice, and left arm comes down. Swing around the other way. Left hand reaching back. There's actually a bathroom right there. Right arm reaches up. Tuck the hips down and under. Nice. And then right arm comes down at the knees bend. And we'll just let ourselves melt over the legs. Feel free to hold the legs, or you can hold your elbows. Let the head release. Nice. Feel the weight of your head creating space in your neck. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to bring the feet about hip distance apart. And if you have a block, you could use it between the thighs if you want to feel a little bit of squeeze. If you don't have a block, no worries. Just imagine that there's one there, and you're gently squeezing the inner thighs in towards each other and slightly back. Then let the arms scoop forward. Let the chest lift a little bit. So go easy with this. Don't feel like you have to swing your arms way high. You want to be able to feel the chest open without collapsing your neck. And let yourself fold. And do that again. Just a little lift of the chest. And the arms can also be out to the side if taking them forward is a little too intense. And then fold forward again. And this next one, we'll hold for a couple breaths. So as you feel the lift, if you're struggling with your breath, just swing the arms out to the side. Yeah. Feel the back of the head float away from your shoulders. Nice. And then as you fold, you can hold the legs or elbows. Feel into straightening the knees as your gaze goes toward your navel. Okay, so if you feel like you're having to force the knees straight or you're feeling a lot of stress in your hamstrings, you can keep the knees bent. It's perfectly fine. Feel your weight shift towards your toes. Beautiful. Now let the hands come forward, a little chest lift. And you can step back to a plank. So feel free to hold your plank. If you'd like to move through a vinyasa, exhale to lower, and inhale to your back bend. Nice. And then we'll all meet in down dog. So in your down dog, can your heels sink into the earth a little bit? Can your head and neck release a little more? Nice. Now we'll let the weight shift onto the left foot. Let the right leg lift towards the ceiling. Bending that knee, let that right hip start to stack over the left hip. But then let the right shoulder come down towards the mat. Feel the left heel sink into the mat without the foot turning. And then look towards your belly button or your right knee. Let the right leg straighten for the ceiling. Rolling that thigh in. We'll bring the knee towards the nose and shift forward. Okay, so you're in this plank shape. Nice, then we'll stretch the leg back again. Bending the knee, opening the hip. Right shoulder draws down. Left heel roots. Reaching up with the right foot. Roll the knee down. Bringing the knee towards your nose. Shift your weight forward. Then we'll rise one more time. Bending the knee, opening the hip. And then stretching up. Knee to nose, shifting forward. Nice. And then we'll let right foot come back down next to left. Sinking a little deeper into your down dog. And we'll do the other side, so left leg rising. Bending the knee, let the hip stack over the right hip. If you feel the right heel trying to turn to the right, see if you can root it into the mat just a little more. Left leg reaches back, rolling your knee forward, and then bringing it towards your nose to shift forward. Feel free to take a break anytime you need to. Stretching up and back. Bending the knee, opening the hip. Left shoulder draws down. Stretching back, roll the knee forward. Knee to nose to shift. One more time, reaching up and back. Bending the knee, stacking hips. And reaching up. Roll the knee forward and then draw knee to nose. Beautiful. And then you can bring left hip to meet right. Feel free to take some breaths in your down dog. If you'd like to hang out in plank, you can work there. If you need a child's pose or just to take a rest, you can come into child's pose. Bring your hips to your heels and your head to the floor. So just feel what your body needs in this moment. Yes. You can just relax your shoulders, your elbows just resting on the floor. And tuning into your back body. See if you can feel your ribs in your back expanding as you inhale. Beautiful. All right, so since we're all in child's pose, you can just roll yourself up so you're sitting on your heels. Okay, and we'll take the hands behind the back. You can interlace them and then feel the knuckles press down towards your toes. And let the shoulders actually hug down and forward a little bit. Little chin tuck. And then feel as if your tailbone is trying to snuggle between your feet. So you're kind of coiling the spine a little bit. And as you breathe in, feel the ribs open out to the sides to lift the chest. Maybe you squeeze the shoulder blades together and let the throat come forward to lift the chin. So rather than just dropping the head back, the throat coming forward can help create space in the back of the neck. Nice, and then we'll do that little coil in, shoulders pressed down, looking towards your belly button, tucking the tail between your toes. And inhale, ribs open to lift the heart. Squeeze shoulder blades together and let the throat come forward to lift the chin. Nice, one more time to coil in. And one more time to open, breathing in. Nice, and then we'll gently release the hands. And we'll use the wall again. So we're basically going to do the same movement here, standing on the knees that we did while we were standing. So you can curl your toes under and just reach right hand back to touch the wall. Notice if the hips have twisted. If they did, maybe scoot your feet away a little bit. Okay, so we want to feel this tuck under with the hips. Then the left hand reaches up and back. Maybe touch the wall, maybe don't. So see if you can keep pushing the hips down and forward, especially on the right side. Just come onto the tips of the fingers on the right hand. Yeah, so Suzanne, you can kind of push yourself away from the wall with your fingertips a little bit. Yeah, and don't feel like you have to go so far to the left. Yeah, there you go. Nice. And let that left arm come down. It swings towards the wall. Right hand goes up. Feel that tuck down and forward with the hips. Knees can come apart a little bit if you feel a little stressed in your lower back. Nice. And then right arm comes down. Nice. Okay, so you can imagine you're squeezing blocks with your knees. If you have blocks and want to give that a try, feel free to do that. So that squeezing is going to help the hips hug into, or the thighs hug into the hips. We'll take both arms up. Okay, so first we're going to create fists and just pulling the elbows down. Feel the chest opening as your shoulder blades slide down your back. Nice. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale now. If you feel yourself wanting to tilt like this, instead push the hips forward to pull down. Nice. You can always take the knees wider if that's difficult to do. One more time, reaching out and up. Exhale, elbows pull down. Nice. Okay. So with this next one, I'm going to give you some options. Option one, when you pull down, you can reach your fingers towards your feet and bring your palms onto your lower back, hugging the shoulder blades together. Okay. Option two is fingers will be up. Option three is that the hands come to the wall behind you. Okay, so just feel what feels right for you. We'll breathe in, reaching up. Exhale, pulling down. If you have that block, give it a good squeeze as you pull down. Nice. Notice tension in your face. Find the hand position that works for you. If you have the wall, feel the chest lift. The hips tuck forward. Yeah, nice. Great. And then tuck the chin. We'll uncurl the toes and sit back to the heels. Feel free to have the knees apart or together, whatever feels supportive for your lower back. And the hands just resting on your thighs. Your gaze can be down the bridge of your nose. And just become aware of your back body. Nice. So now we'll come on to hands and knees. So you can just bring your palms to the mat and walk them forward. We'll do a little cat pose, pressing into the palms and the knees. Look towards your navel. Then we'll come all the way to the belly. So you can shift forward, come all the way down. All right, so we're gonna take the hands out shoulder height onto the hard floor. Just out to the side of your mat. And then lift your palms so you're on your tippy fingers. Roll the shoulders back and down and gently press into your fingertip. Feel the heart lift. Press your feet down. So hands are wide apart. Yeah, there we go. And exhale, just melt down. Nice. So the feet press down, the hips press into the mat, fingertips press down to lift the heart. Shoulders draw away from the head. And exhale, relaxing down. Nice. This next one we'll hold. Breathing in to feel the lift. Then let the throat come forward to lift the chin. Gaze can just be down the bridge of your nose, or you can close your eyes. Press your feet into the floor just a little more. Feel that length in the lower back. Exhale, relax down. You can make a pillow with your arms or bring them next to your body. Just take a moment to rest. Feel free to turn the head. Nice. So once you feel like you've returned to your natural rhythm of breath, you can bring your hands next to your ribs and let the forehead come to the mat. So your head's center, elbows are hugging close to your body. Press the toes into the floor. Pubic bone can press into the mat a little bit. Keeping the head down, press the shoulders towards your hips a little bit, and then let both legs start to float up. Helps to spread the toes. Then let the legs gently come down. Let the inhale lift the leg. And the exhale lowers the legs back down. So the next one we'll hold. Inhale to lift the legs. Spread the toes apart as if you're pushing them into the wall behind you. See if that takes the legs up a little higher. Imagine you're trying to drag your body forward with your palms. And then relaxing down. You can make a pillow with your arms again if you like, or just relax the arms next to the body. Beautiful. Okay. So for our next pose, you can take some options. Option one is to have the arms overhead on the floor in front of you, or you can take more of a star shape with the arms out to the side. So if you have shoulder issues, maybe taking the star shape. We'll let the forehead come onto the floor. Press the toes into the floor. Bottom of the hips press into the floor. Shoulders gently hug towards the hips. Then the breath in lifts everything up. Everything comes off the floor, well, except your belly. Nice. Now let the throat come forward to lift the chin slightly. Breathe in, see if you can float a little higher. Just let the breath carry you. Exhale, maybe sink a little bit. Inhale, maybe lift a little higher. Exhale, maybe sink just a little bit. One more time to lift, breathing in. Nice, and let the hands come next to the ribs, bring the feet down. Maybe just take a cobra or you take up dog. And then you can either come to the knees and sink to child's pose or come into downward facing dog. If you'd like to take a full vinyasa, feel free to do that as well. Right, so just listening to what your body needs. Nice. So Zach, play with bringing your feet towards your hands a little bit. There you go. So your heels can come on down. That's it. Now let the elbows soften a little. Look towards your belly button. There you go. Maybe spread your thumbs, see if that supports your shoulders and elbows a little more. Again, see if the elbows can stay unlocked. That's it. Let the head go. Nice. All right. So we'll take the feet to the hands. You can walk them forward or take the foot. Let one foot come behind the other so we can bend both knees and come to a seat. Beautiful. So we'll come onto the tippy toes with the knees together. Okay, so some options here. You can just bring the hands behind the thighs and lift the chest. Maybe the toes just barely come off the floor. Notice if the shoulders tried to lift the legs, but the shoulders hug down towards the floor a little bit. Okay. Stage 2 is bringing the shins parallel to the floor. Again, notice if that pulled the shoulders out, see if they'll hug back down. Stage 3 is to straighten the legs. Only if you feel safe to do that. Nice. Point the feet, spread the toes. Now, if you're struggling with your breath, maybe back off a level so you can steady your breath. Nice, and we'll let the feet come flat to the floor. Wrap the arms around the shins. And as you breathe in, feel the belly stretch up the front of the thighs. Letting the throat come forward to lift the chin. Beautiful. And we'll just let the knees come apart with the bottoms of the feet together. You can either hold your ankles or your toes. And as you start to drop your chin towards the notch between your collarbones, feel that open the back of your neck. And then continue that tucking of the chin, feeling it starting to round the spine forward. And imagine the crown of your head is pointing towards your toes. And feel your sit bones and your tailbone connect to the earth a little more. The hands might walk forward. And then notice your shoulders. Are they in your ears? Can they hug towards the hips a little bit? And just let your breath take you a little bit deeper. Each exhale helping you to relax a little bit more into that forward bend. No need to force it. Just breathe with it wherever you are. Maybe concentrate on opening the back of the neck, which has to deal with so much stress as we're texting and typing on our computers. Nice. And then the hands can walk back in. Breathe in to float out. We'll bring the knees together. Nice. So we'll let the left leg straighten out on the floor. Maybe slide the right heel in towards your hip a little bit, but make sure your hips feel level, not like that right hip pulled back. Nice. And we'll press the palms forward and then twisting to your right, as far as you feel comfortable. Maybe the left elbow just hugs the right knee and right hand comes to the floor behind you. Or if you're able to get left elbow to the outside of the right thigh, left hand can come down towards your hip and right arm might even just wrap behind the lower back. So you want to feel stable wherever you are. And you can just look over your right shoulder. Nice, let the shoulders hug down towards the floor. Yes, if you have that right hand on the floor, you can just gently press into that hand. to facilitate the twist from your belly button, your ribs, your chest. Let your eyes relax. Beautiful. And then we'll reach out to the side to come back to the front. Let the right leg come out, left leg come in. Again, just checking that the hips are level with each other. We'll press the palms forward, rotating to the left. Feel free to wrap right elbow around the front of left knee. With left hand on the floor behind you, or right elbow on the outside of the thigh, and that hand can relax towards the hip. Nice. As you breathe, feel if you can find a little more space in your spine. Or does it feel a little collapsed or contracted? Can the breath come in there to give a little more space? Nice, then we'll reach out to the left. Come back to center, let both legs come out, and then you can take a forward bend. Just let the feet relax, the knees be soft. Hands can either hold your calves or your heels. And just as you did with your soles of your feet together, feel the spaciousness in the back of the neck, the chin tucking into that notch between the collarbones, the jaw relaxed, the face soft. Nice. So keep holding the feet or the legs. Then inhale, let the head and shoulders come out. Feel that stretch across your upper back. And then you can release. We'll come onto the back. So letting the feet gently land to the mat. We'll bring the palms together over the chest, reaching for the ceiling. And reach for the ceiling with your fingertips so you feel your shoulder blades come off the floor. Check that your feet are parallel to each other. Gently press into the heels, let the lower back flatten. Press the back of the head into the floor. Nice. And let the hands come next to the body. Let the feet stretch up towards the ceiling. Feel free to stay here, just relaxing, letting the blood flow come out of your feet and your legs towards your heart. You want to work towards shoulder stand. Just gently press the arms into the floor. Let the feet begin to come over your head until you feel your hips come up. Then your hands can come to your hips with the fingertips facing the ceiling. If you're going deeper into the shoulder stand, if you're walking your hands towards your ribs, let the feet press away from your head so they stack over your hips. Nice. If you're feeling a stress in your neck, maybe just bring your hips down a little bit, or press the back of the head into the floor a little more. See if that creates more space. Nice. So now we'll let the hands come to the hips. And you can come into plow as you have it with the legs straight, or you can bend the knees, bring them to your chest, and let the feet drop behind you. If they touch the floor, then you can feel into straightening the knees. Press the back of the head into the floor. And then slowly come down. Let your hands be your brakes. For once the lower back comes down, let the legs extend out. Let them come together. Let the hands come next to your hips or your thighs. And as you press your elbows into the floor, let the chest start to puff up towards the ceiling. Back of the head presses into the floor. And you can keep working this, pressing the elbows down, back of the head down to lift the chest. And see if your chest can come off the floor. And make sure you're not coming onto the crown of your head. and collapsing the back of the neck. If you are coming onto the crown of the head, make sure you can breathe. So let the chest lift a little more. So we'll slowly tuck chin to come down. Just let the knees bend, feet come flat to the floor. Hip distance apart, parallel to each other. Press into the heels, feel the lower back flatten, then feeling the spine peeling off the floor as we did in the beginning, coming into bridge. And the hands can start to work towards each other, or maybe just towards your heels. Just feel what feels right for you. And imagine you're pushing the heels apart, away from each other. Press the back of the head into the floor, giving space to the neck. Nice. And if anyone wants to come into wheel, you can let the hands come next to your ears, fingers facing your shoulders, elbows pointing towards the ceiling. Then you push the shoulder blades towards the ceiling. Press into your feet and your palms to lift the shoulders. And once you come up, you'll feel your feet want to turn out. That's okay, just let the heels come apart too. And press into the heels, feel the heart move towards the wall behind you. And then when you're ready to come down, tuck the chin first. Nice. And now we'll all bring our knees over the hips, hands onto the knees. Gently pressing the knees against the hands. Feel that flat in the back. And let the knees relax onto the chest. Let the arms come out to the sides. A nice easy twist, letting your knees come to the floor to the right. And your head can turn to the left. If the left shoulder's popping up, no problem. Just turn that palm up. Bend that elbow. And see if that shoulder then relaxes a little bit. You can also keep your head center, turn it to the right. And let your next exhale take you over to the left. Just letting the knees gently come over to the left. And maybe the head turns to the right. Again, if right shoulder pops up, you can turn right palm up, bend the elbow. Tuning into your breath. As you exhale, bring the knees to center. And you can either wrap your arms around the knees, or you can come to a happy baby with the feet over the knees, arms on the inside of the legs, and hands can come to the calves or the heels. And feel free to rock a little bit. Nice. And then we'll let the legs straighten out on the floor, letting them be wide enough that you can feel a natural turnout coming to the legs. And you can either turn the palms up towards the ceiling, letting them come out to the sides a little bit. And you can let them rest on your body if you feel like you need a little self-nourishment. Let the eyes close. And bring your awareness to your toes. Feel them relax. Feel the ankles soften. Feel the knees become softer. The hips spreading wide across your mat. The belly and chest open, soft. The shoulders just melting into the floor. Elbows, wrists, and fingers, letting go of any need to grip. And feeling as your jaw and tongue become softer, that creates some space in the throat and the neck. Eyelids are just softly closing over the eyes. And the eyes are just relaxing into the eye socket. Imagine yourself lying in a giant pillow. And as your body sinks into that pillow, the pillow rises up to support you. So you feel as if that pillow is supporting your ankles, the backs of the knees, the lower back of the neck. Bringing your awareness to your back. Sense the mat underneath you. Sense the floor underneath your mat. Sense the space under the floor and the space underneath us. And sense the earth under all of that, creating support and nourishment. The more that we're able to feel our back body, easier it is for us to connect ourselves as multidimensional beings. We're not just our front body looking forward at screens, but we have the capacity to feel in a 360 circle, a sphere around us. And with that awareness and sensation, tune back into your breath. And as your breath begins to deepen, feel the aliveness, energy your breath is bringing into your body. Feeling how that starts to stimulate movement, maybe through your fingers and toes, maybe your eyes. And once you've come fully present to the space, you can bend the knees. Let yourself gently roll to one side. Feel free to take a moment there. Just feeling this original
shape of our spine. And as you make your way up, just feeling your spine shifting and aligning.
So we'll complete our practice with the Ram of Om, so feel free to join me if you'd like to. Just let the belly relax, the shoulders softening away from the ears as you take a deep inhale. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice and your time with me this morning. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I wish you a wonderful Friday. I'll be here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock if you want to join me then. We won't have any cameras for that class. So,